Okay, so here I am at the Cuban National Museum of Art, and I wanted to make a little video because I find it extremely interesting, the relationship between the communist regime here and art, because it seems to me that art is very well funded here. The art here is absolutely incredible, amazing, and I think that perhaps part of the reason is because people who would ordinarily not be able to go to art school are able to go to art school in Cuba because of the regime being what it is. So the fascinating thing, however, is that these artists then and I'm going to show you some examples of this, but very clearly are criticizing the regime and authoritarianism in Cuba, and yet the art is prominently displayed in this museum, which is of course a state institution. So you have to wonder: do the authorities just not understand art at all, or is it just that it doesn't matter what the art is saying? I don't know. I guess I'll just show some examples, and people can be the judge themselves. So this right now, the main exhibition, which is taking up an entire room, is an artist who is talking about the crisis in the 90s of people who were migrating in boats, trying to get to the U.S. And so he does all this incredible art, these sculptures with stuff that he, I guess, found on the beach. So I'm guessing that this artist achieved some renown outside of Cuba originally, and in any case, it's very interesting here. Some of his sculptures are huge. Like this sculpture here is made with styrofoam, and I guess this would have been material that people would have made to make makeshift boats and attempt to cross into Florida. So this one you can't see. I'm not showing this from the best angle, but this is another figure, but is lying down. So I'll try and get a better angle on that. But yeah, there's all of these different giant sculptures that's made with junk that he found on the beach. So clearly he is speaking to a certain kind of desperation or misery that would cause people to take incredible risks with their own lives in order to escape from this country, which is really interesting to me also, because in a lot of ways, my superficial impression as a visitor is that it's pretty amazing here in a lot of ways. So here we go. But so if you were an authoritarian regime, then would you really want to be focusing on the fact that some people were so desperate to escape your regime that they were willing to take incredible risks crossing dangerous waters in makeshift boats. It seems so puzzling to me that they would want to so prominently display these things. And you'll see as it continue that there's many more examples where the artists are clearly critiquing the regime, and yet you are here somewhere where the government is paying large amounts of money to make this art available for people to see. So, and this art is impressive. It's beautiful and it speaks to me. It speaks in, there's a certain type of bleakness of the message to it, in my opinion. It's not like particularly uplifting art, and it speaks also to an emotional state. I think that this is not really one that I've so much experienced in my own life, my own experience, but I think that I can feel that what it does describe is something real. But what it is attempting to describe is the desire for escape. This is, to me, it's quite unequivocal. This is the other giant sculpture, and this is the face of the giant sculpture, and this one is, I guess, this person didn't make it. Maybe their body washed up on shore somewhere. Who knows what the story of this one is. This is a huge sculpture. Anyway, so here we have this incredible museum in this country, which is authoritarian, I guess, but not so authoritarian that people are afraid to criticize the government. People are, in my experience of talking to people that I barely know, is that people are very willing to criticize the government. That's a good sign, if you're talking about freedom. But in terms of opportunities, then people feel like they are being deprived of things, and they are being deprived of opportunities through a system of social control, or economic control rather. So yeah, in any case, this is Exhibit A.